きね、抜き打ちテストがあったんだけど、クラスで僕だけ満点だったんだ。さすがでしょ。
Right. And boys and 52 here, and time for another Umamusume stream. Now, tomorrow will be another Umamusume content update. Well, actually, this is I think this is the third time now that Umamusume now has an upcoming content update coming soon, but it's not in the announcement. Oh, this one. Oh, not this one. I thought it's on the upcoming banner rotation. Where is it? the spotlight is support card out now. No, where is the other one? Oh. Is it on the maintenance announcement? Nope, not this one. Anyway, the upcoming support card for the upcoming support card after TM Opera or support card Oguricap is Biodo Bourbon, next pickup Umamusume, and support card Twin Turbo. You might be surprised that the pacing for this game will be 50% faster than the Japanese version, because as a consequence for releasing this game way late into the game's life cycle, the English version will be getting faster content updates. So yeah, hold your horses, or well, get to the starting gate early if you want to get the upcoming Kita-san Black support card, the gacha support card relevant to the next event story, Brand New Friend, which is the tie-in event story for Umamusume second season. Now, as you might have noticed, the second part of the event story is now available. Remember, I say that on my YouTube stream info because I had to wait for like next week, or this week in this case, to cover the entire event story. So not much new content other than I already did with the islands, with the design your island scenario, and I think it was pretty good. There is a bug fix that was patched as of yesterday in the Japanese version. And good news, I got the launcher. I got the Steam launcher ready to go. I just need to put one tweak on that particular app, local data folder that my Windows 11 will need to access via PowerShell. Remember, I play this game in both Japanese and English, and I say that Cygames is using the same directory to save Umamusume in both Japanese and English version. The issue has been resolved in the Steam version, the Japanese Steam client, but not in the global version. The Japanese DMM version that I'm playing is using the same directory to load up assets there. So I really need to learn a little bit on Windows PowerShell to get this running. So, dashing towards your dreams, the first event story of Umamusume Itinerary. So, the first meeting with Spechan and Silent Suzuka. The introduction of the two friends are different from the one in the anime. And do note that the anime season 1 is very different to the one in the game story. The game version usually is the superior one. It's just have a different direction for the anime. Plus the fact that the anime first season had to borrow a placeholder Umamusume to race against Spechan in Japan Cup. If you watch the anime season 1, you'll know which Umamusume I'm referring to. But main story season 1 in the game actually got a bit of a great makeover. But since the story has not expanded yet to part 6, it's up to you that I will have to keep guessing who is that Umamusume trying to compete as Spechan in the Japan Cup. So, time for the event story. And yes, I do it to get 5 to 8 ready to go. So now, yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Silent Suzuka? Hello, Jadon. He had been playing Steins Gate Order. I'm in because I had to forewarn him because Steins Gate streaming Steins Gate is going to be an interesting feat because mages do not take that streaming guidelines lightly. So, Yotsukete. Alright, so now that I've already covered all the events, and do note, how many times did I even do this one? Because I already have 119,000. Now, as of today, I already did 40 trials. I've already finished, look at this, 50 careers. Over 50 careers. I've already played this one. And that's because I'm struggling without double SR Spec-chan or Silent Suzuka, which both of them are in the first Umamusume really gacha. I already got Tokai Teo, but it's still not powerful. But fortunately, I do have Bejiro McQueen, but I doubt that because the anime versions of Tokai Teo and Bejiro McQueen will be the ones getting the power event rate up in the next event story. So I will get so I'll have another time to struggle in the meantime. So, yeah. This is going to be a short stream, I think, since I've already started at like 9 or something. But depending if I can test out the Steam version, let me check if I can get Umamusume's Steam version running. Well, at the same time, the Steam version. So, yeah, here's the event story, and do note this is the mobile version. If Koga is asking, just in case. Ladies and gentlemen, the first sight of Spec-chan. She has finally arrived in the great old prefecture of Kanto Prefecture. Welcome to Narita Airport. I wonder. I would like to ask for directions, please. By the way, they actually localize this board over here. Glad you catch that in case if you haven't watched my Japanese version streams. Here is the summary about Ryzen Academy by the eyes of Special Week. And yes, it kind of feels like the introduction to the main story, because Spe and Suzuka's first meeting before the events of story part 1 or story season 1. Of course, she is a special potential. What to expect? Dokumetsu na yume. Alright, now she's here now at the nearest shopping mall. You can tell because of the background, but that's just the background. Oh yeah, famous last words. If there's no screenshot button, I would have funny moments like this. And yes, Spec-chan is lost even with the map she got from her mother. Remember this one that I replayed? Baka! Yeah, still a golden moment. Even if I have to replay that in the Japanese version. I just needed to replay those lines in case PLDT tries to screw up my internet. Now, after this one, do not, I'm likely gonna have to finish streaming because I still have time to study Nihongo. Ah, dear, Spec-chan's lost to the city. Only Canada Asuka is here. I bet Love's Only You and DaVinci is available in the Japanese version, so it'll take like 3.5 years time for Loves of the Year to arrive in English. The wind is calling. Well then, her kind is here. Look at this. Beautiful orange hair. Even the horse tail. Oh! And this is the first meeting of Special Week in Silent Suzuka. I feel like the game version's event story feels a bit superior to the English to the anime, but it's just my preference. I guess she's fangirly because she already found out Umamusume like her. Was just jogging around the river corner, the riverbank actually. The inside has an accelerated saver, I'd say within 2 to 3 years. Yes. I was thinking it's likely going to be faster by like 2 to 3 years time. We might be able to get most of the Umamusume you see on screen available here, so that is going to be interesting timing because it's not like Madoka Exidra, the one that I played, and I really have to do my dailies before I sleep. But even yeah, at least you have Silent Suzuka to guide you to the very gate of the Nippon Umamusume Ryzen Academy. Actually, I'm just gonna short that to Ryzen Academy. Yeah, I'm a bit scared because Kita-chan, the playable Umamusume, will be playable in about 9 months if timing goes well, which will be on March 2026. While I already have a few double SR speed cards ready, support cards ready, getting the double SR Kita-chan card in the next event, it would have been I would need a lucky shot for me to get that support card. So yeah, here it is, Ryzen Academy. Just as much as she sees in the newspapers and advertising. Oh dear. Suzuka has to drag fallen unconscious Special Week all by herself. Well, until he drags her off to the apartment. Yeah, it's the same thing that I recall that when I was recalling that story in the Japanese version. I think the content in the English version is just going to be like 50% faster. So if you have an Umamusume that you're looking forward to roll for, or a support card that you're in particular interested to roll for, it's either to be lucky, save up carrots, or buy a few carrot packs. Yes, you passed out while you were glancing in awe about the academy that you just arrived last night. Now I did see the phone that I'm looking forward to buy, but I'm gonna need to have a little bit of either luck or confidence, because it's only available on one store that it's only available on one store where I live currently. In this case, Digital Walker has the phone that I'm about to pre-order, but I will have to pre-order that through credit card. uh, as installment, and then the rest I have to pay it in. I have to pay it in down payment.
大丈夫ですか？
So anyway, at least especially,
顔も洗えてすっきりし
at
ま
least
した。
especially got dragged all the way to the apartment somehow. Well, I guess Suzuka is the one who did that. You carry me back. So yeah, I was totally shocked at how big the academy is that I got all dizzy. I just wondered, I only told not really, I heard from the dorm leader, Fuji-san. Oh wait, Fuji? Ah, she's referring to Fuji Kiseki. Imagine how I met it on YT because my best got to be scouting vid. I was in Batangas when I'm doing it. I mean, how's the trip in Batangas? Anyway, so, Best Cosby Scouting. No, I kinda found you out with the Festival Aibo banner scouting card, if I recall. So, how she got all the way to the apartment is because she so the guy's the one who carried her back, despite Special Week's weight, you know, slightly heavier than her. Let me check a little bit on. Let me check on a little bit on the horses again. And Special Week horse weight. Oh, it does not say, but I want to check the real life horse. And just for. It does not say. Obviously the anime version does not have the accurate stats, but fortunately I don't think horse racing does have stats on accurately. So yeah, dorm leader Fujiki Seki. Yeah, that upcoming Umamusume, I think she will be available in about 4 months or so. I think in about 5 or 6, because if I recall, Fujiki Seki was already available by the time I started playing it in the Japanese version. So, kinda strong for Silent Suzuka carry Spez Chan's back. But you said we're roommates, that makes me so happy, but I feel super sorry. Gosh dang it. You just found out you two are roommates.
それにしてもすっごいですね、トレセン学園。寮の洗面所までこんな
Well,
に大きい
being an Umamusume coming from Hokkaido, it is a bit surprising. Oh yeah!
それぞれいくつかの棟に分かれてますけど。
McDonald's Japan posted the comparison video of ice cream in Love Live Asia tour and the Hiromak short video or lunchtime Big Mac. However, it's not available in my region. What the heck? Even though it's supposed to be trending globally. Well, here's Suzuka Senpai, aka Air Groove. Or likely her teammate. She is the vice president of the student council. A bit embarrassing, yeah. The
大丈夫です。
the two dorms are Miho and Riko, both based on the actual training centers. Can't remember which part. It was All Stars when they first commented online. Yes, it was the training guide video on accessories. The ones that it was the All Stars. It was the All Stars accessories video that I first saw of it. When I first saw the YouTube channel XP Player. What's kind of interesting is that she thought Sped-chan is talking to her senpai, so she just referred to her as
もう全然平気よ。
even though
部だって始めてるんだから。
let me see this one. すみません、カカ。
はい、すみませんでした、カカ。
And as for some reason, even side games just interchange the lines. Like Your Excellency, and then Your Grace. But I guess it's due to the sentimental value. So yeah, the Hitomak is basically lunch McDonald's, just like the Asamak for breakfast McDonald's. I guess to make marketing time specific. Yeah, there's breakfast McDonald's, the one with the McMuffins, and the Hitomak, which is the regular McDonald's, basically the menu after 10 a.m. in the morning. But before 3 a.m., I think by 3 a.m. to 10 a.m. you usually get the breakfast menu. So not much time. She just learned how to use gadgets like the air dryer. And not much I found it be interesting on what I'm doing off stream. I did retweet a little bit on Nothing Phone 3, and it's a mixed bag for the majority who were expecting Nothing Phone to be as flagship as Carl Pei expected, as Carl Pei claimed. To be honest, I don't see the chipset being a disadvantage because the performance for that chipset Nothing Phone 3 shows is pretty much like a slightly weaker version of Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, which was last year's flagship chipset. I do have to recall that Suzuka finds Special Week a bit funny and cute. Well, cute and funny. Well, not the body shaped one, but if only Blue Archive is available on Steam, then I would like to try it. Yeah, at least for the gameplay part of it. The story wise, I think Koga already streamed most of Blue Archive's main story. I'm just waiting for the Steam version to be available. On the bright side though, Nekopara After, the latest entry to the Cat Girl visual novel, finally got a Steam release. And Blue Archive has yet to get approved from Steam, pending approval. So Umamusume made it though, since it's more or less the same gacha game, but not much like a fan servicey situation, except the upcoming summer vacation event story. The summer vacation event story that I'm referring to is the one with Summer Barzensky, Daiwa Scarlet, and Sped-chan. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to reach the Koga route in Sekaro 2.5. At least Symbolic Rudolph is more refined and less strict looking towards her underclassmen. So Symbolic Rudolph is basically the student council of the school. You know, the leader of the throne group. You know, Air Group, Suyorara, Suyoshi, Tokai Teo, and Symbolic Rudolph. Everyone's the 4 Umamusume on the same throne. That support card will be available in the future, but it will be on, I think it will be at around the middle between 1st anniversary and 1.5th anniversary. So UC6 Gold Shift. What? You got UC6 Gold Shift? What is this? Nande! I haven't even opened Umamusume Japanese version. Here comes Chika-chan! I'm joking. You thought Tokai Teo is Chika-chan, but you're wrong. Tokai Teo is Machiko-sanda! Me too wonder kid am I a joke to you. I think there's at least one player who got US rank in Umamusume with the design your island scenario. Better catch up, Spe-chan. You have a new nakama on your hands. Well, she just chased her anyway. Well, here is Tokaiteo being the tour guide around the school. Now that she has a special friend that's the same year as her. Special week in Tokaiteo. Respectively, they're the protagonists of their respective seasons. Respective anime season. The whales are getting US pretty easily post-patch! Oh my god! I was going to experiment again with the 5-speed deck on the latest scenario, but dang, I'm gonna have to test it out. One stat per card. One card. What that? One stat per card. Let me know if the game audio is loud. I think I'm trying to balance it between getting around yellow lines or not. So we're now at the gym, and now we're at the swimming pool. Remember the stamina training? Yep, this is where most Umamusume will go on swimming here. You can do various kinds of movement patterns. The most popular one, the breaststroke. Ready? Tenryusei-kun? Dale hasn't even run that far away from you. Unless she's using an electric scooter in anime season 2. I was a serious training goal, and the results say otherwise. Well then, you just found out that the island scenario is just so broken. They can't go much higher since they literally capped the stats. Now I'm already training on normal mode because I've already obtained all of the items from the item exchange in the Trainer's Masters exam event. Do note that more than 90% of your progress usually goes to put your Umamusume to the Twinkle series career. It is just a time-to-time play for me. Well, I'm gonna have to do this on the daily because, remember, the global version pacing will be faster than the Japanese version. Like 12 months of content from the Japanese version will be sped up to as short as 8 to 9 months of content. So while it's not going to match up with the game's English version's anniversary, it might sometimes fit in with the Japanese version's anniversary. It's kind of weird that while Umamusume Twitch drops are available, it's only to the traditional Chinese version. Cygames has yet to implement the English version of Twitch drops for Umamusume Pretty Derby Twitch drops for the English version. Yeah, just to make it specific to the version that depending on the content grade there is picking. So a Fast and Furious Day. imagine Universal seeing this title. Oh, is it a chapter about cars fighting and crime? Well, no, no, sir. It's actually a chapter about horse girls talking to each other, and then Universal will be like, okay, you can use Fast and Furious, but no speeding cars. Oh yeah, no family. I've yet to watch Fast X, but if I recall, I don't think Fast X is like an okayish conclusion to the movie series. If it's available on Netflix, I would love to watch some.
ジャージがないということはもしかして早朝ランニング すっごく早起きなん
Yeah,
だ
Suzuka is wearing her tracksuit when she's doing morning runs. That makes sense.
走ってもらえるかな
Hey!
寮に帰ってきたら勇気出して行ってみようかなそしたら
Well, come on. I mean,
ぼんやりしてたら遅刻しちゃ
I think the dynamic for the two of them in both the first anime season and the event in the game somewhat the same. And here goes Koga's favorite, El Condor Pasa.
すみません驚かせてしまって後でよーく言い聞かせておきますので
So for close competitor to Shizuku-like character has to be Grass Wonder, but for Seiyu-wise, nice nature.
スペシャルウィークさん
Naturally because of the cast selection.
ルちゃんにグラスちゃんって
Although being calling to voice as Grass Wonder would make it too close to Shizuku, so a different Seiyu voicing Grass Wonder feels like, oh, it's a different approach to character.
また後で
She's waving to the camera, not the other two Umamusume that she left
調子
or
で授業もトレーニン
or that she parted ways with.
では問い5スペシャルウィークさん
Interestingly, no classmates in this chair, not even silhouettes.
はいすみません場所移してました早い向こうだと私一人だったし
That's because you're a bit relaxed, Mei-chan. You gotta have to keep up the pace if you want to check up with your teacher.
小テストあるんでした
Eh?
小テストですかどうしよう私準備なんか全然こんな時こそ改善と構えましょうステちゃんテスト内容は基礎的なものばかりですから
Ah,
大
yes.
丈夫ですよ
Don't worry about that, maiden Umamusume.
ありがとうございます
The exam will be easy. You just have to know the fundamentals of horse
私
racing.
数学はそもそも基礎から危ういんだった
スペシャルウィーク転入したてだから仕方ないがこの点はちょっと
Ooh,
ついかな
unfortunately. Remedial exams.
ステちゃん
How could it end up like this?
まだ初日ですから
Well, that's interesting. I saw someone on the YouTube channel Gacha Hell doing a room match session of 18 Haru Urara in a single video. I wonder if it's available.
トレーニングそっかそうですよねよーし授業が大変
Koga, you just finished Steins Gate. Now you're on Assault Lily.
模擬レース
Urara Kapuramusume. This is so... Where is it? Ah, there it is. 22 hours ago.
私も楽しみです
Oh man, I have to remind myself watching this video before after the stream. Here comes her maiden. Not actually maiden. I think it's her. I think it's her practice race. You know, mock race.
表情が硬いですかね
Ooh, no wonder why her movements are so a bit robotic. Gotta be more fluid there, Spechan.
あれ嘘足残せてなかったこんなはずじゃそのまま沈んでっちゃいましたで
She ran out of stamina. Nante stamina ko. Cookie da.
消耗が激 ちょっと残念です。
Zanen this. And then you have Kepena. I know Filipino has some words loaned from the Spanish language, but come on, I should really check on the Kepena. Kepena. Oh, it's just too bad in Spanish. They just made Ricardo Pasa kind of speak Spanish like, but hey, given that her character is based on a macho fighter, I'm just not gonna guess that. But yeah, Zanen Deus with katakana in it. Kinda like Goku from like Love Live Superstar. Usually her desu particle is in katakana.
授業もトレーニングもダメダメでした。
It's kind of funny that side games sometimes have to add a little bit of stereotypical lingo so that to add in more character.
まだ着替えてなかったですか？固い誓いを約束を忘れてしまったのですか？
Or what's the chikai that you two have?
ちゃんと覚えてますから。それではスペちゃん。
Ah, come on, the two of
明
them.
日お会いしましょう。はい、また明日。
If I recall, I think there was supposed to be that one part where Grass is silently, silently having a cold stare to Eren. I think it's on the next story chapter or likely in the Umamusume character story.
ちゃんとやっていけるのかな、お母ちゃん。
I think you're already keeping up. And this is where the English version initially initially paused, because episodes 5 to 8 were not available on launch. So, I think it's the same thing that the Japanese version already have. I wish I could recall that because I only started that game, I think a month before the game's first anniversary. And I was a bit surprised that, oh, Kita-chan is playable on first year of the game. Anyway, so the reason I'm here is where a little bit heart to heart with Air Groove and Silent Suzuka. If I recall, in Party Dash, Suzuka and Air Groove are on the same team.
ただいまです。
Well, it's nighttime.
鈴鹿さん、そのシューズ、もしかしてランニングに行かれるんですか？え、
What's kind of good today, fortunately, outside of the Luby work hours, one of the Love Live Seiyu, the original school idol project, Chikacho-san, let's just say, Kubo Yurika-san is getting married. Yep. I'm mildly surprised because rarely I've heard any of the Love Live Seiyus getting married, or let alone see good news of any let alone like occasionally that you get to see an idol is getting married, either a celebrity or a non-celebrity person. Better go now.
鈴鹿、こんな時間からランニングに出る気か？
Well, night running. Well, she had to meet up with you, Air Groove. I've yet to test out Air Groove in the English version, by the way.
私も同行する。構わんな。
Huh? Why?
しばらくの間
Why is she a bothersome?
走られていただろう。足がうずく気持ちはわからんでもない。
Ah, okay. A bit foreshadowing, in case if you haven't case if you haven't heard of the anime's first season or in a future story chapter.
一息入れよう、鈴鹿。足の調子は違和感はないか。
Suzuka's drinking air water. But I guess due to the mobile scope limitations, you would usually see fluids flowing down the water. Anyway.
時には選手生命にさえ関わるのだからな。
それはそうなのだけれど。
Yes, you have the freedom to run, but there's a cost. You have to keep your legs balanced if you want to keep running.
気づいたらいつまでも眺めてしまっていたし。
視線を感じるという不可解かつ
All those odd complaints expressed to student council about feeling watched for because.
お前だったのか。
Ah.
走る夢ばかり見るから、多分寝ている間に足を動かしてて。
Well, not literally, just rather in her dream. You're really lucky you had no roommates to feed your alarming sleeping habits. Well, that is until Spechan moved in. Judging from the audio mastering, the flashback voices kind of have a bit of a reverb. And now it's on present day, and the voices are clear enough.
おかしな話よね。走りたくてこの学園に来て、走りたくてレースに出ているのに、そのせいで走れなくなるなんて。少し休みすぎたわね。門限までに戻れなくなっちゃう。
Well, as expected for the dorms, there's at least a curfew. Well, I think it's likely around 11 p.m.
考えてしまっていただけ。
ただ走りたいだけならレースでなくともいいのではないか。
But you think that racing doesn't matter so long as you can still run.
私はお前がトレセン学園に来たことには明確な意味があると思っているがな。
Well, there is more detail to that if you have Silent Suzuka in your roster, because she has a character story about that. Well, I do have Silent Suzuka, the normal and the summer one in the Japanese version. I don't have her in the global I don't have her in the English version.
その先でたどり着ける静かな景色を求めて。でも。 それは一人で走っているだけでも叶えられるものなんじゃない？
I do feel that the font for this game is almost fit in with a Japanese font case, but at the cost of having the text to be slightly smaller than the Japanese font. It's because of what I recall from the previous Umamusume English stream. One syllable of a Japanese word of a Japanese character is usually equal to 2 to 3 English syllables. 2 to 3 letter English syllables. Even the Filipino language usually have the abacada. 1 to 3 character 1 to 3 letter words per syllable. So anyway. 眠れない夜。
ごちそうさまです。あれ？スペシャルウィークさん、今日はもうおかわりしないんですか？
I don't think she is going to get more. Probably she already had more than enough for her stomach. Sometimes certain Umamusume can have bloated stomachs, either eating a lot of food or at least for comedic purposes. But it's more charming than that anyway.
はい。何でしょうか？
実は今週末に予定されている模擬レースに関して
Planned scrimmage. A confused struggle or fight
感覚を取り戻す良い機会だと思い声をかけたのだが、どうだろうか。
It's about this weekend's planned scrimmage. There's an open spot. What does scrimmage mean? So I checked a little bit on the English dictionary. I think it's on the American side. Scrimmage usually meant a confused struggle or fight, or there's also a term for American football, scrimmages. The beginning. What am I kidding? I'm not even into American football. You know, they call that soccer. So in the Japanese version, it's actually referred to. Thanks XP for this. The mock race. Actually, it would be better if I could check the hiragana form. Mogi Resu. Ah, okay. So, they localize it to scrimmage, which is weird because that would be a different meaning for confused fight. But hey, Cygames does have an in-house translation team. I recall there is one that already used DeepL, but they had to double check the semantics before finalizing it.
実は今週末に予定されている模擬レースに関してまだ枠に空きがあってな。
Yeah, it is Mogi Days, but would that be called mock race instead? But I guess scrimmage would have let's see, a bit of a confusing meaning. Okay, I know you were previously injured, and this scrimmage seems like a good opportunity to get you back on track. Again, why not practice race or mock race? But I guess they put in scrimmage because it's a bit confusing.
そうですね。走れるのなら私は。おかしな話よね。走りたくてこの学園に来て、走りたくてレースに出ているのに。
Well, running aimlessly is one of the contributing factors on that leg injury, Suzuka. Gotta be careful on that in your next G1 race. If anyone has heard of Suzuka's career, if I recall, Suzuka does have that tragic event. So it's a bit gruesome to explain. At the same time, I wish I had to research that a little bit. But it did loosely told that tragedy in anime season 1. Oh. Well, finally there's Tokai Teo! You'll need to look up scrimmage in sports context. It does correspond to the informal practice match. I pressed the auto button! You'll need to look up scrimmage in sports context. Oh yeah, I did search a little bit. Although the meaning on Google gave me the American football, American football lexology of scrimmage. Oh my god. I've got to check out Merriam-Webster. So, Merriam-Webster defines scrimmage as a minor battle or confused fight. But the second meaning has the American football meaning. Interplay between two football teams that begins when the stab of the ball continues to pull is dead. Oh man. And practice play between two squads. Well, the second meaning, letter B on scrimmage, has the sports context meaning. Practice play between two squads, but then, well... I wonder, that's that's some that's a good choice of words if we're referring to sports context. uh, so yeah, in an alternate timeline, if Anjan were to roleplay Teo, but at least Machiko is doing a good job voicing as Teo.
厳しい場所だって覚悟はしてきたつもりだったんですが
Either she has to prepare for the exam or she has to prepare for her first maiden race. You know, make debut.
もったいない
Motai nai? って何？
もったいないよ君。確かにトレセン学園は勉強もトレーニングもしないとだし、他の子たちも結構早いから大変って気持ちもわかるけど、でも
But if that's what you
トレ
have
セ
it.
ン学園がそれだけになっちゃうのはもったいないよ。
Oh,
もったいないですか？
yes. You don't have to feel stressed about hard challenges. I mean, you start off bad. That is expected, and then you'll eventually learn and learn until you get to the finish line. I can imagine like, oh, yell something at below the tree trunk or something.
待ってください。あれ、なんだかこれデジャブ？
Oh dear, Spanchan is up again trying to chase Teo. Gosh, if this was a support card illustration, that would have been interesting.
ってあれ、あそこで走ってるのって。
Here comes El Condor racing through the turf.
すごい気迫。今日も暑いな、ヘルは。確か君と同じクラスだったよね。
It's kind of weird that YouTube is implementing top fans ranking. So
聞いたことある？
it's not. Yes, you're not alone on this one, Goga. I think some of us who are streaming live on YouTube can have the top fans ranking. So meaning if there's an average viewer of 10 to 20, say like a medium profile streamer, then you might be able to see a random chance of top fans who watch longer, so that they get in the top fans rank. This could play well for independent VTubers. In this case, I did see a little bit of Sabeko Saba's debut stream, even if it's just snippets. I can see that the top fans will work to her advantage.
レースっていう道を歩むんなら目指すべき場所はそれ以外ないってさ。シンプルだよね。
Well, it's more or less the condensed explanation about El Condor Pasa and Ras Wonder. Both of their character stories are available if you have enough bond points with them. First 4 should be fine, but the extra 3 is worth a treat if you have grinded enough bond points for them. So with Teo trying to let Spechan aspire why she is here at Ryzen Academy. That's where Spechan will eventually find out what is her dream. What is the reason she entered Ryzen Academy?
トレセン学園の生徒なんだ。この学園でトレーナーがつけばトゥインクルシリーズに出られる。いくつものレースの先には絶対僕たちの目指す場所がある。
Of course, that would be us, Trainer-san.
ここへ
That would be only if you're playing in career mode. I think the Trainer-san that you'll be interacting will be the one who is the focal character in the main story.
並走と行こうじゃないか、転入生君。
Maybe the Trainer-san that we get to see in story arc 1 and arc 2 are different. Because arc 1 you get the trainer at the beginning of the game, or the one that you set, the one where you set your trainer, San or Tan is. The different trainer San in Arc 2 is where you focus on the new generation of Umamusume, Minecraft, Cesario, etc.
夢じゃない。夢を本当にするために私これから
Yep, you're here to make your dreams come true. Yumeo Kanairo. I mean, it is the inspiration of it is the inspiration of Love Live's tagline, series tagline. Yumeo Kanairo Monogatari. Just paraphrasing, not like direct interpreting. You might want to keep up with Teo because she has more experience than you. So if that's the case, time to catch up. Alright, I came here to be the best Umamusume in Japan, the Ponichi. I'll get the high-res version once the Steam version is... Once I installed the Steam version. I found a workaround on how to play Umamusume on both. How to play both versions of Umamusume on PC. It's kind of weird that by default Windows 11 uses the case-insensitive direction of directing your folder. You know, folder names case-insensitive. I had to enable that on my end, so I should be able to test out Umamusume Steam version next event story. Maybe next weekend. I'm thinking of covering story chapter 1. So yeah, I think Spechan has found a dream to become Nippon Ichi, you know, Japan's #1 Umamusume. And let's see a little bit for Suzuka-san. Suzuka-chan. already advancing towards her.
ストレッチ終わり。早速走りましょう、鈴鹿さん。2人いるんですし、やっぱり並走トレーニングですよね。レース本番みたいに気合い入れて走りますね。レース。鈴鹿さん。
模擬レース。
とりあえず左回り1600メートル。
模擬レース。
私準備しますね。それじゃあ鈴鹿さん、行きますよ。よーい、スタート。
Alright, so yep, you can expect her being the front runner.
誰もいない視界。静かな足音。
Although Spechan uses a different style in order to get to the finish line.
じゃあこれだけでいいのかな。一人で走っているだけでどうしてレースに私。
Oh, there goes Suzuka, charging halfway towards getting ahead of Suzuka. Well, you use your burst of speed a little bit early. Well, you can take Tokai Deo for that. If the screenshot button is available in English version, then I'll be able to have my camera sad moments back. In the meantime, I'll stick with the screenshot button in the Japanese version. Convenient, and it also gives you a freeze frame. So after one Mogi race, guess what? 2 of them did Nakanao, did become more Nakaba.
いっぱいレースしちゃいました。鈴鹿さん、
Well then,
あの
she's staring at the stars or something.
何かあるんですか？
Maybe she's looking at the night sky. 夜空を見る。
いい景色だなって。確かに私
I mean,
何を
yeah,
思っていた
that's
のかしら。
that is just part of her element.
1着でゴールしたのはサイレンス鈴鹿。見事逃げ切りました。サイレンス鈴鹿です。
Well, to be fair, Suzuka did arrive Trace Academy earlier than Spechan, but
その先
at around the start of the school season. Yeah,
思い出させてくれたんだわ。
yeah, more
この子が
all the reason that Suzuka has more experience in racing in the front than Special Week strategy,
もっと
being around at, I think around Senko or Sashi.
はい、なんでしょう、鈴鹿さん。そのね、スペちゃんって呼んでもいい？
Of course, of course, the very first meeting. Oh well then.
2人ともこんな時間まで何をしている？門限は通り過ぎているぞ。
I knew this one. Yep, Air Grove's warning you. You have to go back to your dorms. It's past curfew, or else you'll get busted for racing overnight. Well, at least you saw. At least Air Grove saw Suzuka's character development just by having that special bogey race with Special Week.
でも私には絶対に叶えたい夢があります。だから大丈夫です。ここでお友達や先輩たちと一緒に頑張ります。それでいつか必ずデビューして
You will make your debut, appear in the Twinkle series.
夢を本当にしてみせます。
That can be done in the main story season.
スペシャルウィークより
That can be done in main story first arc, which it'll take like around the game's half anniversary, the game's 1.5 anniversary for main story arc 1 to be finished, which gives us around, which give us around 13 and a half 13 and a half months. So by before 1.5 anniversary, we should be able to finish the main stories arc 1. And then we didn't get main story arc 2 until 3rd anniversary. Then it dropped story parts very slowly. So this month in the Japanese version, Story Arc 2 Part 3 will be releasing soon, and I have not catch up to it because I paused halfway to main Story Arc 2 and I was like, oh man, what am I supposed to do? Your full blood chain of sand. PLDT again, bet? It's not buffering. What are you talking about? It's not from my internet. Have you seen my stream dropping frames though? Are you winning, son? Well, look at my event points, 119,000. The only way to get the last support card is you have to use either your pickup characters or trade constantly. Because my god, the last support card is at 290,000 points. And I got around 7 days to finish this. And do note, the UTC, meaning you have to base your time zone in the UK. if it's 10 a.m., yeah, if it's 10 a.m. July, how do you say this? If it's 10 p.m. July 9, then you have until July 10, 6 a.m. to finish the event story or get all the event point rewards. Gosh, I'm not sure if I can get this progress until we get the brand new friend event story, because I do want to save up my credits just for that playable Kita-chan. Well, I did survive playing before the game's first anniversary with playable Kita-chan, and then the dreaded make a new track happened. I was like, what the heck why am I constantly racing over and over again? While make a new track is a bit advanced, it's too tiring to constantly press race button, and you have no idea if your Umamusume will drain and move constantly. So, if this was available on the notifications, I would be able to tell, but because the English version does not have the upcoming news info on in the game notice, I will have to resort to using a web browser to explain the bits of it. Where is it? Umamusume. The English version. There it is. Where is Brave? There it is. Right. Okay. I'll just have to scroll down a little bit, but here it is. The English version of Umamusume. I'll have to adjust that. Don't worry about that. So, I think that around this part for now. So here it is. A bit of an issue with the Predetermined Scout support. Scout card ended earlier than scheduled. We'll be contacting maintenance to fix the issue. Oh gee, I wonder why. It's regarding the Spotlight Predetermined Scout support card Scout. You know, the one with the launch lineup and the launch lineup support card. This one. This happened at 7:11 a.m. coincidentally. 7 a.m. for those wondering in Philippine Standard Time, it would be so 7:11 a.m. for those wondering, it took place at 3:11 p.m. in my time zone. Not sure why this happened, but they could have just not do. They could have just scheduled that consistently. Like, UTC is fine because it's based in the universal time zone. And then here's the upcoming info. So the upcoming info, what we should have gotten is this one. There's also an issue on team trials, which I noticed that as soon as I finished the week. This week on July 30, I did not get a rank up. I only got the retention range, meaning my rank in team trials did not rank up. So that issue will be resolved next week. And then the other one is the upcoming info on this Mihono Verbon Umamusume. This one's familiar for those who would like to get this twin turbo, but I recommend getting Kita-chan's double SR card. Fortunately, we have this one. This specific roadmap now. The July 2025 release schedule. Do note it's UTC, so base that time zone to the UK, plus 8 hours if you're in the Philippines, plus 9 hours if you're in Japan. The new training support card, Mihono Bourbon, Twin Turbo, new legend races for regular special week, 2-star El Condor Pasa, and regular symbolic Rudolph. There's also another one on July 10th to 22. Okay, this is a bit yeah, this one's weird. July 2 to 10, Miona Bourbon. July 10 to 22, Biwa Hayahide and Major Palmer support card. And then July 16, brand new Friends event story. Guess what? The anime version of Tokai Teo and Mejuro McQueen alongside Kitasan Black and Satoru Diamond support cards. I only have 14 days to prep up for this banner, and I haven't even bought the carrot pack yet. It's 399 pesos if you're wondering how much is the carrot pack. And then the last two, let's see, the last two, well, Dirt Racer, wait, I forgot. Okay. I forgot this one. That I so forgot. I barely done dirt races. I forgot which Umamusume I'm referring to. Circle, there was the... Okay, so... do help me. I'm out of ideas. I'm gonna have to search that Uma via Game Dora. I'm already using two different screens this time. Game Dora. It's a bit slow for some reason. And then characters. Where is it? Wedding. Kuren-chan! Okay, it's Kuren-chan. Kuren-chan, 3-star, and double SR Yukino Bijin. Then, new legend races for King Halo, Taiki Shuttle, Sakura Bakshino, and another Umamusume? Okay, that's those are from July 27 to August 7 or 8 if you're going for either the banner or the legend race card. Legend races, I recommend doing these because if you ran out of monies trying to get at least one piece of that 1 to 2 star Umamusume and you haven't gotten the 3 stars, legend races will be a good idea if you want to farm more points, farm more pieces. The problem is that the legend races are very hard. So if you have a grade A Umamusume or S rank Umamusume, and then you have to compete on legend races, I think you should be able to gain one piece per legend race attempt. I think the first time cleared, you'll be able to get like 5 pieces of that respective Umamusume. So, if you want the chance to unlock any of the existing Umamusume without having to do gacha, make sure to do dailies on legend races. Make sure to use your strong Umas. This will vary depending on the racetrack, race course, and the aptitude that the target Umamusume that you'll be going for. So, I'm more looking forward to this one, the brand new Friends event. But while I'm waiting for that, I can cover the main story chapter 1 if I can clear the entire chapter, that is. And this month there's no event story for the Japanese version, so I'm already free for that Umamusume, at least for this month. And this I decided I'm gonna have to contemplate. Maybe I have to at least try trading once daily. But fortunately, I do have the advantage of saving up my carrots. I mean, you know me, I did play this in the Japanese version before the first anniversary, so I got a head start. The backlog, however, this will only update monthly.
えねえ、何か知りたいことある？学園内の噂話には
I read Kara-chan. I said Kara-chan the entire time. Okay, so it's Gurden-chan or Kara-chan? At least it's not coming from BLDT. Rookie starter pack. This one has paid callets, if I recall. I did read the paid packs beforehand, and yes, paid callets. Look how expensive this is. Daily carrot pack for $3.99. It's cheaper in the Japanese version, but because Google Play region blocked in-app purchases, I cannot get that. I cannot get that carrot pack for the Japanese version to test that, but it works similar to Blessing of Vulcan Moon or the Reserve Pass if you're to go for Hoyoverse games. But there is a benefit. You can read Curtin as Karen. Curry-chan. Okay, so 500 paid carrots upon getting the first pack. And then you can get 50 free for 30 days, which is 1,500. Do note you cannot replenish daily carrot packs unlike Blessing of the Welkin Moon from Genshin Impact or Star Rail or Zenless Zone Zero. You have to wait if you can only buy the carrot pack if the carrot pack that you're using is about to expire within 3 days time. So if you purchase that, it will be extended to 30 days. And the reset, by the way, is 3 p.m. UTC, which is 11 p.m. Philippine Standard Time or midnight in Japan. I guess they almost got this correctly because the Japanese daily reset is at 4 a.m. and then global English version chose the midnight in Japan to reset the carrot pack. So kinda interesting. There is an advantage to the Blessing of Vulcan Moon or any of its counterparts if you did not log in for those daily free carrots. If you decided to just leave it AFK, just make sure to log in at least once. You'll be able to get unclaimed daily free carrots sent as gifts. So at least it's a benefit if you're too lazy to log into Umamusume or you want to skip out on the event. But I wouldn't recommend it. Just do at least race once if you want to get more daily carrots. Then for those limited time offers, not much. Paid carrots all in all. There will be some limited offer packs. Even the rookie starter ones have those. Keep an eye out for those whale packs if you're interested in getting more Umamusume. Now, as for the Umamusume stories, I only got up to chapter 6 for some of the Umas that I have. None of them got bond rank. None of them got bond rank level 6, by the way, so I didn't get the last chapter yet. Hey, even if I got Haru at the 6. Dojo storming. Dojo storming. I can't repeat that line. Oh. Those the one with locks. If it's an Umamusume you don't have and then it has an event or limited time, do take advantage of this because you'll get some carrots for reading the first 4 story chapters, or you can just skip it if you want to get the reward fast. So, yeah, Mapararo, for example, I don't have her, so 80 carrots for you if you manage to read or at least skip the Mapararo story in time. So, I'm not gonna wait for the daily reset here. I will try to test that. I will try to test Umamusume on Steam and see if the UI layout for see if the Steam version UI layout will work well with this mobile game. And next stream will be next week, so I will be away for a few days. So I will be away for a few days, reading, practice reading, reading comprehension for Nihongo reading comprehension. I did update that on my Discord and my extra Twitter account, but you'll usually see me reposting random stuff. So, next on Umamusume is likely going to be main story chapter 1, if I can commit to that memory. But finally, next Umamusume stream, for the Japanese version, character story, English version, main story, arc 1, chapter 1? I think that's how it's spelled out in the main story. Yes, arc 1, chapter 1. But it depends if the global version will refer to that as story part 1 or arc 1. Princess Connect Redive, the Crunchyroll version, referred to that as story part 1. But I refer to that as arc 1 since part 1, part 2, Princess Connect Redive's main story, it's basically they're just entirely separate arcs, so I consider that as story arcs. So main story arc 1 chapter 1 will be next, although it will take me a little bit of time if I can clear the first chapter. And chapter 2 is available if I look at the jukebox. If I look at the desktop audio, going for here, I think there are only 2 chapters available at launch. One for load up at least. One for Majuro McQueen and one for there it is. One for Majuro McQueen and one for Light Shower. Chapter 2 only has 1 episode shorter there because that includes the story races that you have to go through. The winning ticket and the narrative Ryan chapters should be available in a few months' time. Okay, not much to do. I'll just wait for daily to reset because okay, I better do this off stream and fast. So anyway, that's going to be next for Umamusume, main story arc 1 chapter 1, and then later brand new friends event story. So anyway, that's going to be it. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Discord server, X, Twitter, link in the video description below. Since I'm done with this talk exchange with Bourbon and Nation of Flower, you should consider finishing the stream. She will be playable, by the way. I think around during the first around the first to second anniversary of the game. Now, the anniversary I'm referring to is the one in the Japanese version, not the English version. I wonder if Majuro McQueen will be able to I wonder if the main story arc 1 chapter 1 will interpret well in English. Well, goodbye. See you soon. Oh yeah. Wondering is Yamapuro nearby. Goga already have that Umamusume, by the way. Feel free to chat. XP is more knowledgeable on Umamusume and Goga has a bit of a knowledge on the game. I'm just more or less the follower trader who's just doing random stuff. Anyway, see you guys next time and see you next week. Goodbye. See you soon.
僕が目指すのは誰にも負けない最強無敵の三冠ウマ娘。この服で絶対に叶えてみせるよ。